All right, let's invite Sean. Okay. Oh, and sending. Oh, successfully sent. Oh my God, technology is unnecessarily complicated. Let's see if that worked. I'm nervous. Oh, okay, I see Sean. And then I sent him a request. Okay. This is probably the best part of any live.
We did it.
Sean!
We did it, right? This
Oh my
works?
God, I was so nervous.
Dude, we did it.
I did like a whole monologue of, is this working? Okay.
I did not have to stress all night because of one button I had to press. Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure, my pleasure. Hey, check
Yeah.
it out, check it out. Yeah,
Oh, you got the full out sweater. Nice.
it is a classic. How are you doing?
Surviving. I don't know. Working on many new projects, including math and spelling and all the good homeschooling subjects that I'm doing these days.
Do you think
Again,
you're pass?
I am honestly grade 5 math is quite difficult to. It's so hard.
I
I, I,
actually, yeah.
I forget everything. So it's a good, this lockdown has allowed me to get back in touch with those very basic skills that we all forgot.
Exactly, right? And then I can't imagine because I feel like I'd be learning basic things that I'm like, I swear I should know. And then I think if I had a child, they'd be like, oh, great, my parent's a moron, you know? And
Yeah.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Did you retain your French over all these years or no?
Oh, my French?
Yeah.
No.
No. Could you ask to go to the bathroom? Is that easy?
Puis-je aller aux toilettes?
Yeah, salle de bain. Either way. Either one. I'll accept both.
I appreciate that because that's all I know. Except for like the inappropriate ones.
Right.
Oh, Carrie offers to help you with math, so that's good.
Oh, Carrie.
Yeah.
It's
Hi,
so
Carrie.
helpful. Thank you.
And everyone else. Okay. But no, thanks for agreeing to do this with me. I'm just kind of like wanted to chat, and you were just so open to it. So I know I said we talk about a bunch of random stuff, and I'm just excited. So one question. First off, I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget. Congratulations. I just saw you posted that From the Vine made over $61,000 in New
That's
Zealand.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. And now I'm not sure, I haven't done any conversion yet, so that may be $52 Canadian. I don't know what the conversion rate is, but either way, the number is kind of impressive for a little Canadian movie. So we're quite happy, at least just to be in another market, right? In these times, and to appear on any box office chart is a rarity, for the types of films that we make. So it's pretty exciting.
No, I was so excited for you. And you're just like, you keep pushing and you keep trying. And I'm like, this guy's amazing. One thing I had to tell you, I like to go online and some people call it creepy, but I call it research. So there's this thing called the monologue slam. And
Okay.
It's pretty much like you submit a monologue, whatever, and their whole category is dream auditions. And so someone posted their dream audition is to audition for Full Out. And I'm like,
Hilarious, really.
I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I would say to that. I just thought like you should know that people like you've made films that are so good, people want to audition for them. Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know, enchanting, I guess, to hear from people around the world. I mean, our Full Out certainly did really well, and people reach out almost daily because of it, and same with Kiss and Cry. That movie seemed to touch a lot of people as well, and we get messages almost daily from people who've seen the film or just want to know a bit more about how we made it under the kind of circumstances we made the film. So it's pretty exciting to hear from people from other countries. So it's really, really refreshing to know that the work we do is getting out there.
It's true. And I was watching your director's reel, and I saw those Kiss and Cry scene where it was, they were trying to fix the trach, and it was just a really scary moment. And then all of a sudden there's comedy at the end, and it's like you had that balance in that movie, and it was well done. I'm always a fan. But what I wanted to, one of the things I really wanted to chat about, because it wasn't on your IMDb page, even though it's on mine, because I feel cool, was like when I first met you back in the day in Ricky's room, remember that TV show that wasn't Barney, but kind of Barney? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I never saw a poster, and I'm like, I don't even own a sweater anymore. I think I got rid of it a while ago. But that was for me. I wonder because we had. I remember everything from what I filmed, and I was the babysitter, and I was working with a baby, and I do not know what to do with babies. So I watch the footage now, and I'm like holding the child out, like.
Oh
So,
no.
have you ever worked with babies since then?
Babies. No, I think like having them kind of scarred me away from wanting to work with them. So I have 3 kids at home, so it's that's enough children for me to handle. It's
Yeah.
Going to work is like an escape. Going to work is like and working those 16-hour days is like a vacation for me from the real challenge, which is here at home raising daughters. So it's the more I can kind of escape my real world here and the stresses that go involved in that, then it's kind of nice to go to work and kind of make believe for a bit.
It's true. And I love you posted something recently when you went like what's that thing called on the sled? Sledding. There we go. English.
Yeah.
And it was so cute because I saw one of your kids like lost the teeth. And
Yeah.
I'm like, do your kids still believe in the tooth fairy? Are they done with that phase?
No, they still very much believe. Yep.
Because
And
it's real.
because it is real. Yeah, of course. They're 6 and twins, and yes, so Santa Claus is real, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all those good iconic children's characters.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what does a tooth go for now though? Like
I had a bunch of change in my pocket that I thought were quarters that I put under her pillow, and Charlotte ended up getting like $8 worth of like loonies and toonies, and that set an unfortunate precedent that I still have to live up to.
That's amazing. See, if we were in the States, that wouldn't be an issue. But
Yeah.
$8, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted to lose a tooth now, but I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm an adult. They don't come back. Oh, that's so funny.
If I happen to be in your bedroom going under your pillow at night, you
A
call
lot
the
of factors. Wait, it's not you. It's the tooth fairy.
True.
Yeah, it's. Oh my gosh, I love that I still believe in Santa too. Wait, when they see a Santa well, I guess not this year, but in a mall, would they think that's the real Santa, and then they go to another mall and they think that's the same Santa?
Oh no, they know that's his helper. I mean, the real one just
Okay.
comes on Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll teach you. Come on.
Oh my God. Actually, one time I convinced my grandmother, it was a couple years back, and she was adorable. We took a picture with Santa, and like it's me and my siblings, and we're not children. And then my grandmother's sitting on his lap, and I'm like, you know what? You're never too old to believe in Santa. And even if you're Jewish, it doesn't matter. There you go.
Friends to all. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can I ask you some random questions?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay. I love watching interviews and like weird questions that are asked. So really popular question is, what is your spirit animal?
Do I have one? I don't know.
Yeah, do you have one? If you did, what would it be?
I don't know. I don't know. Just thinking when I go to the zoo, for example, I'll stand in front of the gorillas for as long as I humanly can. Just I love looking into their like soulful eyes, and just just kind of want to hang out with a gorilla or any primate. I just love the fact that they can connect with their visual eye contact, and you can read their kind of soul. And I feel like I would be a good worthy addition to the gorilla cage, for example. I'd love to hang out and just experience life as a gorilla and just spend a day with them. Wouldn't you?
Me, no.
Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Like a cage with gorillas, that's the each their own. But I mean, Planet of the Apes, maybe make like the 9th one. I don't know what number they're at, right?
And your animal, out of curiosity?
Oh, I looked this up because I wanted to choose something very particular. And I'm going to go with star-nosed mole because they're so blind, but they have such a sensitive nose that they can
Those
smell
things that look like that?
Yeah, but it's not visually. I hope I don't look like that. But it's just because like I'm really blind, so I have my contacts, and also my nose is really sensitive, and I'm like, I could relate.
Wow.
So that was the one I chose to go with. It may change tomorrow, but
Robyn, nice. Good to know about you. Okay.
oh yeah, it's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Also, I'm like, this is an animal. If you look up the most random animals, there's a lot out there, and it's kind of interesting. I have a lot of time on my hands with that, but
Clearly.
yeah. Like what other weird questions? Oh, what else did I want to tell you? Oh yes, okay. I was looking into gymnastics because in my head, if I could do gymnastics, that would be great. And I wonder for you, because you did Full Out, if you could do gymnastics, which part would you do? The bars, the floor routine, the vault?
I think the bars would be pretty impressive. Like when we were doing the film and I was watching the stunt people and the real Ariana do their routines, just the effortlessness and flying through the air and jumping off the springboard and connecting to the bars and just being so intensely precise that like one wrong move would send you flying into the stadium, the seats, for example. But yeah, I love the fact that they're so precise and calculated that each move meant something. And if they didn't hit that move perfectly, then it would be an embarrassment almost. So yeah,
one wrong move and
dangerous.
Then oh my gosh.
Yeah,
the training that goes into that is ridiculous.
Yeah, and when you see it live, like it's certainly one thing to watch it on television, but when you're there, making a film or watching it as an event and at the Olympics, you'll see that just how scary and dangerous these moves are. So gymnasts are tough, very tough athletes. So it was an honor to be on the floor with these amazing athletes.
For sure. Yeah. Have you ever been to the Olympics to watch the gymnasts?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Well, so I went to the Pan Am Games when Toronto was doing it, and I saw the men's gymnastics, and I didn't know that they do all the events at the same time. Like it's just a ring, and then the camera decides which one you'll see. You know what I mean? Like some people are still doing bars while the only thing you'll see.
Oh wow.
I'm like, oh, I didn't realize, and I mean, it makes sense for time. Because can you imagine one person does their bit on each part and you're like, well, that's inefficient time.
So the audience's attention is just live. It's just you decide what to watch at what time. Wow.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was very interesting. I know.
Thank you.
Also, just felt really out of shape, and I'm like, I cannot do that with my body. Yeah. That's funny. What music would you do for your routine? What would be like your gymnastics song?
Good question. I don't know. I'd probably make. I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of foreign covers of English songs lately. So there's a playlist on Spotify called "Foreign Covers of English Songs," and it's just it's kind of cool to listen to. The "Do Run Run Run" and in French, for example, and "Rock the Casbah" in Iranian, and it's really really cool to hear these iconic songs that just sung in different languages. The Rolling Stones "Paint It Black" in Italian. So it's really
but then people would recognize the tune, but it would be a little different that they focus on your routine.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You have thought this through, even though I actually have not prepped you for any of these. So these are
No.
great. Yeah, you're just like, yes, this is my. I actually would like to see this.
Okay.
Okay, Robyn, I'm not doing it. What I was going to say about Full Out. What was really interesting with that, because for me, I hadn't been on a film set for a while, and that was 2015, right? Full Out?
Or 2014, I think.
2014. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought. And I remember, I was doing the physiotherapy scenes with you, and I remember this is like the most exciting moment. I have my career is whatever, and my favorite moment is this actress comes in and they need a line, and you're like, Robyn, give her a line. And I gave her a line, and it's in the movie. I'm like,
well, you have the background. You were like our trainer, weren't you?
That was really cool. Yes, I had just graduated physiotherapy school, and you're like, yeah, come here. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Oh my god, I was like, when I watched it, I'm like, oh, I wrote that.
Well, that's the thing. Like people don't necessarily know. Like when you're a director and you're put into this situation, you don't really have the time to study the whole history of physiotherapy. So you kind of bring in consultants to kind of help guide and make it as natural as possible for the actors. So yeah, thank you for that.
Oh my God,
for your expertise.
It was so cool. But I remember you're like, okay, so this is what we want to do. Is this a stretch? I'm like, not really, but let's figure out how to make it a stretch. Like, it was just so, and even, I didn't even realize you changed the lighting in the hospital, because like the hospital light is, I'm like, just see this guy like doing all this work, changing the overhead lights. I'm like, look at this whole, I was very, I never really worked behind the scenes. So I just had like a whole new respect for everyone. And even like, I remember the extras giving them stuff to do. And I'm like, huh, I just made that guy do like 100 calf raises. I feel it was just, it's so interesting, because those things that you don't realize, you know your lines and like the scene as an actor, but you don't know what's going on around you. So that was a really cool experience. Yeah. And it did well, which is nice. And also there is a shot at the back of my hair. It looked very lovely that day. I point that out. I'm like, if you know where I am, it's very exciting.
That's you. Yeah.
Did you make a cameo in it too?
Yeah, as soon as the title comes on screen, I walk by. I'm like,
were you a doctor? Were you?
No, I'm like a gymnastics coach sort of thing.
Oh, okay. I think maybe Jay was a doctor. Someone was a doctor.
He was a doctor, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you'll see when the title pops on screen, if you turn on your Netflix in the first couple of minutes, I'll walk by as the title comes on.
Oh, we're gonna, So everyone, look for it.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I love that. Do you put yourself in every film that you make?
No, not everyone. I mean, when there's time permitting sort of thing, and I don't really want to take a role away from an actor. So, yeah, only if I'm not, stealing someone's work, I'll throw myself in. Just, it depends on the day,
That's fair.
So, yeah.
See, and the actors, thank you. That was very nice. Oh yes, I did write, as I'm staring at your hat, I wrote that we're going to talk about your stylish hat, because every time I see you, let's discuss the origin of your hat.
The origin? I don't know if there isn't a fancy origin story. I mean, when I was a kid paying attention to filmmakers that I liked, Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg always wore a cool hat. And then in university, we started learning about Canadian filmmakers, and Bruce McDonald always wears this cool cowboy hat. So maybe directors must wear hats. So I found this one at a festival one day and bought it. And I've just collected them ever since, and then I've been getting them as gifts from other actors as well. So Joe Pantoliano got me a nice hat when we did From the Vine, and kind of collect them in each unique place that I go to.
Well, it's like a very specific hat though, so what's the, what's the, I don't know, the origin of the hat? Is it like a French? I don't even know. I don't know.
A beret? I don't know what they're called.
It's kind of,
they're just kind of comfortable. Like in summer, I don't have, like in spring and fall, I tend not to wear them, but in summer and winter, because it's cold and there's nothing up there, and in the summer, it just burns if I don't have it otherwise. So it's kind of like a summer winter look. Yeah.
Mix it up.
Spring and fall will go natural.
let it blow in the wind.
Yes. Yeah, but I'll get you one next time I see one.
Well, now I have to figure out where you get them from, because I'm like, I want to be one of those people. Like,
yeah. Okay.
No, because it's cool. I mean, I wish I had like a look, where when I see that hat, I'm like, I can't wear that. That's Sean's hat.
When we found them when we were doing Kiss and Cry, we went to Ireland for a film festival, and I saw a few on the streets of Dublin, and Sarah, the actress that I was with, and my wife came as well, so they saw some hats and suggested I should pick some up and just mix it up. Yeah. So wherever I can find them, I'll pick them up.
I love it. Oh my gosh. You're doing great, Sean, by the way. I don't have a time frame. I was just going to keep talking. I don't read social cues anymore, so if you're bored, okay. I'm like, I don't know. I only talk to my husband, so keep what's up with me.
It's nice to have an adult conversation, so this is nice for me too.
This is a very adult conversation.
Yeah.
Barry and the like.
Yeah, sure.
The one thing I was joking about, but I am curious, do people spell your name wrong?
I remember in elementary school it was a problem, but no, it's only 3 syllables. Cisterna. No, 3 syllables. So I think.
I meant your first name, but that's interesting. Cisterna.
Oh, no. First name. Oh, yeah. I'll get the first name mixed up more than the last name. I'll get SHAWN or SHAUN, and especially when we shoot overseas, and it might not necessarily be the most easiest thing to spell for people. Yeah, in Italy, I got Sean. I got Scion once. Shion. I don't know. It was in Italy in this little Italian village. So, yeah, the mayor wrote Shion.
That's
Sion.
that's definitely one I haven't heard.
Yeah, yeah,
That's fun. I'm like, I don't know. I suffer with Robin with an I, but now I'm seeing like Robynne. I'm like, oh my, that's a lot. That's a lot of N's and no, I don't know.
Robyn. Okay, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, maybe. I got ribbon once, Riben. And funny fact, I think that was my teacher who was teaching me for 2 years already. So I was just confused. Like, well, that explains why you don't know who I am. I'm not doing well in your class.
What about you? What are you working on? How are you keeping busy these days?
Oh my God. Well, I'm doing these things that people are agreeing to, which is fascinating. Like, I guess we'll talk to Robin. We've tolerated her. No, this is fun. This is just like, well, no, the world is not fun. But like being able to talk with people I wouldn't normally be able to just chat with, right? Because everyone's always on the run. So it's just it's just such an unprecedented time that I'm like, I don't know. I'm watching way too much. Like Netflix,
Yeah.
I'm pretty much conquered it, and then they come out with more stuff. And I watched this French dub the other day.
Lupin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it last night. Wonderful.
Amazing.
Huh? Yeah.
Spoilers, but like, oh my goodness.
Only 5 episodes, and I was so disappointed when it ended. I know. But that's the beauty. Like you overcame that little 1-inch barrier of subtitles, and were able to experience something from another part of the world, and it kind of
they dubbed it really well. At least
I don't watch the dub version. I watch the subtitled version.
Oh.
Don't you like hearing it in the original language? And
that's interesting.
I can't stand the lip flap when it's a dubbed
version. See, that's funny because I'm getting into voice acting, and that's my goal now. Is like I would love to dub something like that, and I love because I sometimes listen to the original actors, and I love seeing who matched it. That same kind of, and I found this dubbing was so much better than Money Heist. And Money Heist was still pretty good. Again, a lot of people don't like dubbing, but it's just, and it's also like, you don't even need to really hear the words half the time when it's acted well. I'm like, oh God, that lead actor, whoa, amazing. Yeah. I was just, that was great. I keep telling my husband it was so good, but I watched it without him. And I'm like, I'll watch it again. Oh. I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of go through them. But yeah, how are you doing family-wise? Are you doing any like fun? I mean, I saw you the sledding that I keep forgetting the word for. Any other fun?
No, I mean we're in lockdown, so it's all like just enjoying as much nature as possible, and which just sucks during the winter because it's so cold out. But no, if we can get away and get some exercise on a toboggan hill, then it's not only is fun and entertaining for the kids, but it tires them out, and it's perfect for like a parent who needs to do some work at home. So yeah,
it is. It's actually, I mean, as a kid you don't realize it, but as an adult, the concept of like climbing up a giant hill and going down for 2 seconds, no thank you.
Yeah.
Like this, just the reward does not match the effort. But I actually wondered, because you wrote like, what does GT stand for? And like, for when it comes to sledding, yes, I did creep you. I was very, but when it came to it, I looked this up, and people wrote like grand touring, like the sled is this grand touring. I'm like, it's a little piece of sled. No,
so that didn't make sense. No, so is it good times? Everyone said it's good times.
Someone wrote like general terror, and I'm like, I don't know. There's no definitive one I could find, because I was very curious. It was a very thought-provoking question. I don't, to be determined.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you look that up, and next time we chat, you'll have the answer?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Absolutely. I love it. I don't know. I have a lot of,
Let's go to commercial break, and we'll come back after.
I know, that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, I don't know. I had all these questions, but you're like, you answered all of them really well. And yeah. Is there anything else you want to chat about?
I don't know. I wish the times were more exciting, that I have like some news or something like that. But honestly, it's just been like development for the last little while, and waiting for the vaccine to come, so we can all kind of get back to work freely without worry. So it often seems like these events in world history just happen to me and affect my work, but I'm glad the whole world is going through it, and it's not just the film industry suffering. It's everybody kind of in this at the same time, and it kind of feels like something we can't wait to overcome collectively as a human race, and all get back to hugging each other after this is all done. So I'm very much looking forward to when this is all over and we can all kind of have one big global party at the same time. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be very interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's definition of a party is so different that I'm like, what would it be? That's a concept. I don't know. No, that's it would be very interesting. But yeah, you have some pre-production stuff, so that should keep you busy, or at least your IMDb said it was pre-production, so that was cool.
Yeah, I'm doing a movie in the UK, but that's proving to be difficult right now because of the number of cases. And my next another film I'm doing is a co-production with Brazil, so that also is proving to be a little bit difficult. But we push them forward every day and try to get a little bit closer to the production stage. But we're just at the mercy of borders being open. So we'll take our time and develop properly, and when the time comes, we'll be ready.
That's true.
So it's almost a bit of a blessing to have this much time to think about each scene and how we'd cover it, and the motivations for each performer, and just have those notes accumulating in my brain before the time we get to set. So it's kind of nice. You're
going to be very prepared in your head.
Very
but it's amazing. Like, I go on all these forums. I love watching this stuff. And I remember, I think I messaged you too, when there was this Facebook Live and someone said, this one actor, if you could work with any director, who would you work with? And they're like, Sean Cisterna. And I'm like, oh. So there's so many people that, like, once this is over, they'll be like, I have to work with Sean. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. This is, I remember from, like, oh God, what was that movie? Like, My Brother's Keeper. And from there, like, you were the producer and now you're doing all this stuff. And I'm like, oh. Actually, funny, I saw one of the Ashmore, yes, right? Aaron, Sean, which one? I can't remember. Maybe they both did it. And I saw him on a forum and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember you. Why do I know your face? Oh yes, you were in that movie. There was that whole scene with, like, a boat or not a kayak, canoe? What was that thing?
A
rowing apparatus.
Yeah. Rowing apparatus. That's what we call them in the rowing industry. Yeah.
That is the term. Yes. Yeah.
The skull.
That maybe sounds better than what I said. Yes.
Yeah. It's been years since that movie. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just, like, so proud of how you, like, I mean, I knew you'd be good, but I'm like, you've come so far and you keep doing amazing things, and, like, everyone wants to work with you, and I'm like,
I just wish there was like a trajectory. Like, I knew which path I would kind of follow. Like, there's I don't know, the film industry is so weird. It's wherever the opportunities kind of take you is where you'll end up, and it's unless you have a pile of money that you're sitting on and can finance your own projects, and you kind of you can't really follow that trajectory. The film industry is all about doors opening at a certain time, and whether that time is right for you. And so I both love and fear this industry at the same time, just because I never know when the next paycheck will come or what the next project definitively will be. But you just kind of have to ride the wave and hope that there's some support behind me at the same time. So thank God my wife is a teacher and sometimes takes care of us during the down months. But so I kind of owe a lot to her, and I kind of need that balance in my life.
It definitely helps. Yeah, the supportive spouse for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, is she teaching online now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Well,
yeah. So it's a very busy time in our household. Everyone's on a computer all day, so it's nice when the kids finally log off and we can get rid of screens for a few hours.
I was like, and you can finally get an internet connection, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you're doing, like, you're being awesome. I'm like, I don't know, I always get so excited when I chat with you because I'm like, I remember you, and then you're like so cool now. I mean, you're always cool, but like, you keep adding the posters. I'm like, oh my gosh, look what he's doing. And I think even the people that I see, like when I saw you and Paula promote from the Vine, I'm like, oh my God, Paula was so little too. Whenever we do whatever together,
Yeah.
like, yeah, everyone's growing up. I'm not ready. And I'm aware
True.
that
It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to grow up with, you know, people you've worked with, you know, 15 years ago, and just kind of get families back together like that. And it's nice when you get to are able to work with your friends and pull people that you like and want to continue to do work with them on future projects. So yeah, I'll continue to do that as projects come up and where possible. So it's yeah, I love that aspect about the film industry. You get to kind of pick your team and make wonderful projects with them.
It's true. Oh, I forgot. Before I forget, again, my husband found a Lucky 7 trailer, and I was the reporter, and I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't believe, I'm like, I'm in the trailer. That was awesome. Thank you for that moment. That was really cool. I remember really wanting to sign off as Ron Burgundy, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. That was like, you're just like, you keep doing these, like, it's so fun. And like everyone that you work with, they're such good people. Like every time I go on a shoot with you, they're like, the people I meet from there are just genuine and so nice. So like the environment you create is just so welcoming. So thank you for that, Sean. You know, like I appreciate that. And even for doing this, like, thank you. I didn't know what to expect. And you're just like super easy to chat with. And I know you have so much going on. You're like, yeah, okay, we can make this work.
Wow, I hope I can save this recording to just.
Oh yeah, I'll save it. I'll send it to you. I think. Yeah. I think it will
Just if
work.
I need a pick me up one day. I love all your charming comments. So thank
the
you.
Deveretts are a huge fan of
Yeah.
Sean. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this. I'm gonna let you go. And stay safe, stay healthy, and chat soon.
You too, Robyn. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.